Hey guys, welcome back once again. This is Shrikant Rathod here. Today I'm gonna solve a few sample questions of geometry as per the EmSAT test. So let's get started. These are the topics of EmSAT Geometry. Let me tell you, geometry is the second largest chapter what tested on the EmSAT after algebra. So approximately 15% to 25% of your question belongs to geometry. As we know that there are total 60 questions in EmSAT Math. So approximately 9 to 15 questions will be appearing from the geometry section. So what are the things we need to know here to answer to these questions? We need to have a clear idea about what is the transformation and the translation, and also we need to have some basic fundamental theorems, congruent, what is the similarity, what is the congruent, and what are the other theorems involved in the plane geometry, solid geometry, coordinate geometry, all the things we need to have, just the basics. Along with that, we need to have a basics of the trigonometric ratios and solving the questions relating with sine, cosine, tangent, and so on, and applying these trigonometric concepts to the some applications related questions. And we also need to study about the visualizing the relation between the two dimensions and the three-dimensional figures. These are the basic concept what you need to know. But let me tell you, there is nothing to worry about this, because whatever the formula and all required, that will be given to you as a sheet, or that will be given to you, that will be available on your computer screen itself, so that you can make use of that whenever you need and you can solve that. The only thing here is you need to know here how to apply those rules and how to solve the questions by making use of those rules. All right, so let's just discuss the few sample questions relating with this. The first sample question which has been mentioned here is about the uh, coordinate geometry. The question says, which equation represents a circle whose center is 3 comma negative 1 and whose radius is root 6? So it's important to know what is an equation of a circle. In general, the equation of a circle, we can write it like this. Let me just draw here diagrammatically, as this question is relating with the coordinate geometry. Let me say this is x-axis and this is y-axis. All right, so if I am drawing some circle over here, it may be in any coordinate plane. Okay, I'm just representing here as an example. So this will be represented as the center. This will be the center of the circle, and in general, center of a circle we represent with the variable called h comma k. And if I choose any point on the circle, these points are x and y, basically the x and y coordinate, and the line which you drawn from the center of the circle to here, this line is going to be the radius. Now, how do I get the equation of a circle? You might be knowing in a coordinate geometry to find the length of this line by using the distance formula. So what is the distance formula says? So distance length is equals to square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. That is what the distance formula says. So square root of x2, at the place of x2 I have x, minus x1, at the place of x1 I have h, x minus h square plus y minus k square, that is y2 minus y1, so that's y minus k square. This is how you find the distance. Now, but what I do is, the next step here, I don't want this thing in terms of a square, that I don't want under the radical, so I have to get rid of this radical. To get rid of this radical, what should I do? I have to square on both the side. Remember, if you are doing something, you have to do it on both the side. Square on both the side. When you are squaring it on both the side, so this side becomes r square and this side becomes square, and the square root will be get cancelled out. Then you will be getting here as x minus h square plus y minus k square. So here this is called equation of a circle. This is basically equation of a circle. Equation of a circle. This is what you need to know. So this formula is an equation of a circle and it will be given to you. So our only concern here is, they are saying whose center are 3 comma negative 1 and the radius here is root 6. 3 comma negative 1 means the value of h is going to be 3 and the value of k here is going to be negative 1. Now substitute the value of h and k into this original equation, and the value of r is gonna be root 6. So let me write it. X, the value of h is gonna be 3 minus value of h, I'm writing here h as 3, minus 3 square plus y minus, what is the value of k here? Value of k here is going to be negative 1. Look at here. So value of k here is negative 1. So minus sign is already minus 1 square is equals to value of r, it's going to be root 6. Root 6 square, that is x minus h square plus y minus k square is equals to r square. So this further can be written as x minus 3 square plus y minus of minus is going to be plus, plus 1 square is equals to square, and the square root will get cancelled out, is equals to 6. Now which option is giving you the same what here we got? That is option B. X minus 3 whole square plus y plus 1 whole square is equals to 6. B is the correct answer to this question. Okay, this is how you solve. Let's go to the second question. Okay, the second question is basically a solid geometry question, but they have involved the percentage in this. So percent, that's why major topic of your EmSAT math is the, we say it's an algebra, and algebra involves in the percentage. The percentage is the one topic they may mix up with anywhere. It may be with the geometry, it may be with algebra, or it may be with some other topics. Yeah, though they can mix up with anywhere. So now look at what they are expecting us to do. A company sells dates in boxes of the two different size, the regular box and the family box. The length of the family box has increased by 15%, the height has increased by 25%, and the width remains the same. Width remains the same as compared to the regular size box. Now what is the percentage of the increase in the volume of the regular size box to the family box? So what is the change in the volume, or the percentage of increased in the volume? So now how do I solve this? Now let me just represent in the graphical way. Now that this is a question relating to the solid geometry. Okay, now if I am saying this is the regular box, then I can say, let me just draw this one. This is how the regular box gonna be, something like this. Okay, if I'm taking the length, width and the height of the regular box is like this, so according to that, what would be the volume of the regular box, or what is the volume of the rectangular solid? Volume of the rectangular solid, we can say it as an base area times the height, or we can also say length times width times height, that is length into width into height, that is the volume of a regular box. Let me just take it as VR, right? Now next is for the family box, they are increasing the length by 15% and the height by 25%, and the width is remaining the same. Then how would be the box here? Length they are increasing by 15%, height they are increasing by 25%, and the width remaining the same they are saying. So this how the box becomes now. So width remaining the same. So let me just say, yeah, so for exam it's not necessary for you to draw and solve. I'm just making it for your clear point of view by showing it the diagram. Okay, but this is not required. You just need to work out on the what is the change instead of doing all this. So length is increased by 15%. If I represent the new length here as this, and the width is remaining as it is, and height has increased by 25%, then what is the value of height now, and what is the value of length now? Length increased by 15% means this L I can write it as the length of the previous box plus 15% of it, the length of the previous box. This is the small L. Okay, so it 15% means you just don't find the 15% of it. So whenever we are saying increasing, so the same value plus 15% of that value, say, is the increment. If you solve it like 15 Percent is basically 15 divided by 100, that's gonna be L plus 0.15 L. So that gives you the total as 1.15 L. This will be the length of the new family box. Now what would be the height? Height increased by 25%, then height can be written as H plus 25% of H. So that after simplifying you will be getting 1.25 H in terms of the height in terms of the smaller box. Now what would be the volume of the family pack? Now the volume of the family pack is gonna be, this is gonna be the length, this is gonna be the height, and the width is the same. Then I can say here as 1.15 length times 1.25 H. This is the length times height times width. So length times height times width. So that's, we just need to multiply 1.15 with the 1.25. When we multiply 1.15 with 1.25, what value we gonna get? We gonna get a value here as 1.4375. So this is 1.4375 times length into width into height. It means your volume got increased by this value 1.4375. Now how do you find the percentage increase or the percentage change? To find the percentage change, this is your initial, right? This is your initial and this is your final value. And the percentage change, a formula here is, we say percentage change value, it's gonna be initial, or sorry, percentage increase. Here we are talking about increased in the percentage. So percentage increase, instead of saying the change, let me just write it as percentage increase, because they are talking about the percentage increase. Percentage increase, we can write it here as final value minus initial value over initial value times 100. So you might be getting confused here without knowing the any number, how do I get it? So this is how we do. So what is the final value here? Final value is 1.4375 times LW into H minus initial value, it's going to be length into width into height, divided by the initial value is length into width into height into 100, right? So what common you can take from the numerator? L, W, H, you can take it as a common. In a bracket we left 1 minus, or sorry, 1 point, in the bracket we left here as 1.4375 minus 1 times 100, this divided by length into width into height. Just cancel it out, that's what we are getting. So we are getting here now 1 minus 1.4375 minus 1. So we'll be getting this as 4.4375 into 100. So if you multiply it by 100, then it becomes 43.75%. And if we round it to the nearest value, they said round your answer to the nearest percent. So 43.75 can be rounded to 44%. So the volume of the new box got increased by 44%. So you need to write it here as 44. Okay, this is how you solve. Next, let's move to the next question. Yep. In the picture below, math is a rectangle. They have said MATH is a rectangle where GB is 4.6%. So the length of G to B here is gonna be, sorry, 4.6, not percent. MH, the length of M to H is gonna be 6 square units. They haven't specified about what, whether it is the centimeter or meter, they haven't specified here. So just we need to do here according to what they have given. And the length of the HT, it's gonna be 15. Now question is, what is the area of the polygon MBATH? Now they are asking what is the area of M to B ATH means indirectly they are asking you what is the area of the shaded region. So shaded region is basically here forming a polygon. So now how do you find the area of the shaded region? So area of the shaded region, we can find it as the area of the rectangle minus area of this triangle. So if you minus area of this triangle from this area of the rectangle, so whatever the area you left is the area of the shaded region, or basically area of a polygon. Now then let's find first what is the area of rectangle. Area of rectangle, what is the formula? Area of a rectangle is basically length into width or breadth, also we can say. Length is gonna be 15 and the width or the breadth is gonna be 6. So we can say here as 15 times 6. So the value here it's gonna be 90. So 15 times 6 is gonna be 90. Alright. Now what is the area of a triangle here? Area of triangle, that is which triangle we are forming here? Area of a triangle MBA. So area of a triangle MBA we can say here as half into base. So base is the entire length, okay? Base is basically the MA, the length of that entire. So that is MA, also the length will be equal to 15 because in the rectangle opposite sides should be equal in length. So half into base into height, that is the formula. So I can write it as half into base is gonna be 15, that is MA, and height of this is gonna be, they have given us as GB, that is 4.6 times 4.6. So if we do 15 times 4.6 divided by 2, it's just a calculator, so you'll be getting this as 34.5. so the area of a triangle it's gonna be 34.5, but we are looking the area of the shaded region. So area of the shaded region here is area of rectangle minus area of triangle, right? So it's basically 90 minus 34.5. So what we gonna get here as 90 minus 34.5, we gonna get answer here as 55.5 square units is the area of the shaded region. So answer to this question is 55.5, right? So 55.5 would be the answer to this question. Okay, now let's move next. Okay, let's go to question number 4. Question number 4 here is triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. The length of the side of ABC are 5, 8 and 11. What is the length of the shorter side of a triangle DEF if its perimeter here is 60? Okay, here they have given you the perimeter and they are expecting you to find what would be the length of the shorter side, and here they have given you the length. Now first tell me what you mean by similar triangles. Triangles are said to be similar if the angles of those triangles are same but not their sides. Okay, when the sides are same, we say such triangles, we say it as an congruent triangle, but when we are just talking about the angles, it means we are talking about the similar triangles. All right, so let me just draw as a rough sketch here. ABC is the one triangle. Let's take ABC, and DEF is an another triangle. So I don't know what is their size and I don't know what is their length and all. Okay, I'm just writing this as D, this is E, and this is F. According to that, the length of the sides here are, if I'm taking this as 5, then if I'm taking here as 8 and 11. By looking it doesn't, but I'm just taking as a rough sketch. Okay, now what is the length of the shortest side of this? Now they have given here its perimeter. Now tell me which one would be the shortest side. So the shortest side, it's basically for this triangle 5 is the shortest side, but now for this triangle I should know what would be the shortest side. To find how the side of the triangle ABC and the triangle DEF is related, you also need to find what is the perimeter of triangle ABC. What is the perimeter basically? Perimeter of a triangle is basically add up all the sides. It's basically 5 plus 8 plus 11. So 5 plus 8 plus 11, what is the length? 5 plus 8, it's gonna be, what we're gonna get here? 13. 13 plus 11, it's gonna be 24. So perimeter of the triangle ABC is 24 and the perimeter of the triangle DEF is gonna be 60. Now how these triangles are related? To find their length relation, divide. So you know the perimeter of triangle DEF, the ratio of perimeter of triangle DEF to the ratio of perimeter perimeter of triangle ABC, they should satisfy with the ratio, that is 60 divided by 24. It means what we gonna get here, 60 divided by 24, we gonna get approximate value here as 2.4. It means the sides of the triangle DEF is 2.4 times the sides of the triangle ABC, right? That is the meaning here. The sides of the triangle DEF is 2.4 times the sides of the triangle ABC, and we also know that for the similar triangle, the corresponding sides, so I can say the ratio of BC to the ratio of DE, then I can write it as AB divided by DE should be equal to BC divided by EF should be equal to AC divided by DF. I can also write it in the reverse way as well, right? I can also write it as DE by AB is equals to EF by BC is equals to DF by AC. This equals to some constant. Here also equals to some constant. That gives you the how their sides are related, and their sides, as I told, this a side of the DE is 2.4 times the sides of the triangle ABC. Now if I am looking for, and here in this case the constant value what we are getting here is basically 2.4. okay, so the constant value what we are getting here as 2.4, not here, okay, because here is the triangle, smaller triangle is up and the larger triangle is down. In this case I can do it as 1 by 2.4, right? So this is how we can write. So let's just make use of this. So I can write it here as DE divided by AB should be equal to 2.4. Now I am taking it as DE because here if I said this is 5, then this side also should be the smaller in this triangle as compared to the other side, because they are the similar sides, right? They are the similar. So this side and this side are the similar. So that's why DE, not AE. So DE by AB is equals to 2.4. So now they are asking us for DE by 5 is equals to 2.4. So just cross multiply here, just do the multiplication from this one. DE is equals to 5 times 2.4. So what we gonna get here? 5 times 2.4, we gonna get here this value as 12.5. So the length of the larger side here it's gonna be 12.5. In exam this is not required to all the things, steps, formula and all what I am doing here. I am just making it here for better understanding, but in exam once you got this step, so you got it as 2.4. After that just multiply by 5. 2.4 times 5, that gives you the 12.5. So here I am just explaining what is the concept behind the similar triangle and how we work out. All right, let's move to the next question, that is question number 5, I think here itself. All right, if measure of angle A is 35 degree and the side B here is going to be 3 and side A it's going to be 4, how many different triangles can be constructed? So here question is about the how many different triangles can be constructed. So let's draw based on the condition. Let's draw here. If I am saying let's take this is the side A, and I'm saying this is the angle here A, and now side B they said it as 4. So let me just say, and the angle with A here is something. Now let me just say this is I'm saying the side A, and now let me just say side B here I am writing here as 3. A is 4 and B is 3, and I can't draw it straight because I have to make an angle of A, that is angle of A here. So what is this is gonna be? This is gonna be your angle A. This is gonna be triangle, this is gonna be A, this is gonna be B, and this is gonna be C. Okay, so now side opposite to this angle according to them it's gonna be 35. If this is side opposite to that we represent there, sorry, if this is the angle opposite to that we represent the side, and if this is the side B, then opposite, and what would be this is the side B, then this is going to be the angle B. Then this is the angle C, means this is going to be the side length of the side C. Now if you look at here, so because I have to satisfy the condition here that angle A should be 35, so but if you are drawing you might be say why I'm just drawing like this, why can't I just draw a straight? If you draw a straight, then this angle will be definitely greater than the 35 to satisfy the condition what they are saying here. So I should not draw a straight. So this is how we gonna draw. Now in this case, now tell me which type of triangle it is looking. This is just an approximate figure, okay, it's not accurate. So this is which type of triangle it is looking. It's saying first option they are saying the right triangle. Right triangle means the one of the angles should be equal to 90 degrees. Such triangles are called right triangle, but we don't know any of the, we know just only 35, but other two angles are not 90 degree. This is not a triangle. Now two triangles, with the one I can't draw two triangles here because they have given the specifications only for the one triangle, and then I can't draw here as in two triangles. So B is also not correct. Next option says one obtuse triangle only. Now what do you mean by obtuse triangle? If the one of the angle of a triangle is greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degrees, such triangles are called obtuse angled triangle. So the condition here is angle should be greater than 90, less than 180 degree, and the triangle which involves this angle, such triangles are called obtuse triangle. And this is the example, which is this angle is definitely greater than 90 degree. So one obtuse triangle, yes, this will be the correct answer, right? No triangle can be constructed, we can construct the triangle as we have shown here. So this is 1B. So this is how the answer to question number 5 here, it's gonna be C. All right guys, that's it for today. So hope you understand the concepts and the strategies behind it. So as per the exam point of view, again I'm telling you, not necessarily solve in a detail, I'm just making here as a clear explanation for the understanding purpose. If you have a clear view, then you can solve a question as fast as you can. First focus on the concepts, and then try to improve on your skills and the speed. All right, all the best. I'll see you soon with the another video relating with the next topic. Thank you so much.